The A-10 Thunderbolt is also known as the Warthog, the Flying Gun, and the Tank Buster. The aircraft was used extensively during Operation Desert Storm, in support of NATO operations in response to the Kosovo crisis, in Operation Enduring Freedom Afghanistan, and in Operation Iraqi Freedom. The A-10 Thunderbolt is also known as the Warthog, the Flying Gun, and the Tank Buster. The aircraft was used extensively during Operation Desert Storm, in support of NATO operations in response to the Kosovo crisis, in Operation Enduring Freedom Afghanistan, and in Operation Iraqi Freedom. The A-10 Thunderbolt is a high survivability and versatile aircraft, popular with pilots for the get-home effectiveness. The mission of the aircraft is ground attack against tanks, armored vehicles and installations, and close air support of ground forces. The Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt II is a single-seat, twin-turbofan, straight-wing, subsonic attack aircraft developed by Fairchild Republic for the United States Air Force USAF. In service since 1976, it is named for the Republic P-47 Thunderbolt, a World War II aerofighter, bomber effective at attacking ground targets, but commonly referred to as the Warthog or Hog. The A-10 was designed to provide close air support CAS to friendly ground troops by attacking armored vehicles, tanks, and other enemy ground forces. It is the only production-built aircraft designed solely for CAS to have served with the U.S. Air Force. Its secondary mission is to direct other aircraft in attacks on ground targets, a role called Forward Air Controller Airborne. Aircraft used primarily in this role are designated A-10 Thunderbolt II. The A-10 was intended to improve on the performance and firepower of the Douglas A-1 Skyraider. Its airframe was designed for durability. With measures such as 540 kg of titanium armor to protect the cockpit and aircraft systems, enabling it to absorb damage and continue flying. Its ability to take off and land from relatively short runways permits operation from airstrips close to the front lines, and its simple design enables maintenance with minimal facilities. The A-10 Thunderbolt served in the Gulf War Operation Desert Storm, the American-led intervention against Iraq's invasion of Kuwait, where the aircraft distinguished itself. The A-10 Thunderbolt also participated in other conflicts such as in Grenada, the Balkans, Afghanistan, Iraq, and against the Islamic State in the Middle East. The U.S. Air Force had stated the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II would replace the A-10 Thunderbolt as it entered service, but this remains highly contentious within the USAF and in political circles. With a variety of upgrades and wing replacements, the A-10 Thunderbolt service life can be extended to 2040. The A-10 Thunderbolt has received many upgrades since entering service. In 1978, the A-10 Thunderbolt received the Pay-Penny Laser Receiver Pod, which receives reflected laser radiation from laser designators to allow the aircraft to deliver laser-guided munitions. The Pay-Penny Pod is carried on a pylon mounted below the right side of the cockpit and has a clear view of the ground. In 1980, the A-10 Thunderbolt began receiving an inertial navigation system. In the early 1990s, the A-10 Thunderbolt began to receive the Low-Altitude Safety and Targeting Enhancement (LAST) upgrade, which provided computerized weapon aiming equipment, an autopilot, and a ground collision warning system. In 1999, aircraft began receiving global positioning system navigation systems and a multifunction display. The LASTE system was upgraded with an integrated flight and fire control computer, IFF. The leading edge of the wing has a honeycomb structure panel construction, providing strength with minimal weight. Similar panels cover the flap shrouds, elevators, rudders, and sections of the fins. The A-10 Thunderbolt Aircraft Structural Integrity Program began with the initial A-10 OEM development contract, with the definition of materials and processes, design analyses, component and full-scale testing, and data collection and analysis on an aircraft-by-aircraft basis to validate analyses and accurately predict fatigue damage for the optimization of inspection intervals and maximization of aircraft availability. The A-10 Thunderbolt, providing loads and structures analysis, performing full-scale and component testing, developing structural reinforcements and non-destructive inspection techniques to prevent structural failure, analyzing manufacturing methods for aircraft improvements, and providing overall weapons system expertise for the support of the warfighter. The A-10 Thunderbolt offers excellent maneuverability at low airspeeds and altitude while maintaining a highly accurate weapons delivery platform. They can loiter near battle areas for extended periods of time, are capable of austere landings, and operate under 1,000-foot ceilings, 303.3 meters, with 1.5-mile 2.4 kilometers visibility. Additionally, with the capability of carrying precision, guided munitions and unguided munitions, they can employ above, below, and in the weather. Their wide combat radius and short takeoff and landing capability permit operations in and out of locations near front lines. Using night vision goggles, A-10 Thunderbolt, pilots can conduct their missions during darkness. A-10 Thunderbolt IIs have night vision imaging systems NVIS, goggle-compatible single-seat cockpits forward of their wings, helmet-mounted cueing systems, and a large bubble canopy which provides pilots all-around vision. The pilots are protected by titanium armor that also protects parts of the flight control system. The redundant primary structural sections allow the aircraft to enjoy better survivability during close air support than previous aircraft. The aircraft can survive direct hits from armor-piercing and high-explosive projectiles up to 23 millimeters. Their self-sealing fuel cells are protected by internal and external foam. Manual systems back up the redundant hydraulic flight control systems. This permits pilots to fly and land when hydraulic power is lost. The airframe incorporates over 1,200 pounds of armor and was designed with survivability as a priority, with protective measures in place which enable the A-10 Thunderbolt to continue flying even after taking significant damage. The A-10 Thunderbolt has excellent maneuverability at low airspeeds and altitude, and is a highly accurate and survivable weapons delivery platform. The airplane can loiter near battle areas for extended periods of time and operate in low ceiling and visibility conditions. The wide combat radius and short takeoff and landing capability permit operations in and out of locations near front lines. Using night vision goggles, A-10 Thunderbolt pilots can conduct their missions during darkness. 130mm GAU-8 a 7-barrel Gatling gun, up to 16,000 pounds of mixed ordnance, on 8 underwing and 3 under-fuselage pylon stations, including 500-pound MiG-82 and 2,000-pound MiG-84 series low-high drag bombs, incendiary cluster bombs, combined effects munitions, mine-dispensing munitions, AGM-65 Maverick missiles, and laser-guided, electro-optically guided bombs, infrared countermeasure flares, electronic countermeasure chaff jammer pods, 2.75-inch rockets, illumination flares, and AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles.